Hello and welcome back to Alter Ego. Did I say you'd hear from me again? So, last part we were investigating the crime of the desecrated tomb, found the gravedigger dead, and the poor dog. Right now we're going to investigate the tomb, because now we got matches to light the lamps. Actually, I need to talk to the vicar again. Vicar. Yes, ask about Sir William.
Is it true? What's said about Sir William?
You mean that Sir William was a beast and a monster? Yes, that is true.
I must confess that I don't know what to think.
Who of us is able to understand God's intention? But I am sure it was not God's will that he came into this world.
What do you mean?
When he was born, it was as if he wasn't one of God's creations. He had a totally lifeless face, and those eyes. Understand me, it is not easy to talk about it.
Well, will you?
I understand.
Yeah.
Tell me, how did his family cope with it?
It was very difficult, especially for his mother. She just could not bear it, and eventually the strain was such that she took her own life. We had to bury her on the Gallows Hill.
Where is it?
It is a place forgotten by God, a cemetery for suicides.
Probably why it's called Gallow Hill.
And what about his father?
He disappeared the night when all the servants left the mansion. And then only William remained with Lady Miriam, his grandmother.
All this just because he had a disfigured face?
No, of course not. When he grew older, strange stories began to be told about him. Once, it was a dead cat in his arms. Once, he was found sitting next to a dead horse. And whenever a maid disappeared, you can easily guess whose work it was said to have been. At that time, his father was still alive and kept the estate together, but that was not to last. The servants revolted, set the house on fire, and fled.
Whoa.
His father vanished, and only ruins remained. A sad and tragic story.
I'd like to know more.
You must excuse me, detective, but there is nothing more to say.
Investigate why the coffin was closed during the funeral.
The coffin was closed during the whole funeral. Is that right?
Yes.
By whose request?
Lady Miriam, the grandmother of the deceased, wished it so.
That's suspicious, don't you think?
I can't understand why.
Because the body may not be there.
Have already been empty before the funeral.
Yep.
Perhaps it was Lady Miriam's last attempt to protect her grandson. Everybody hates him. It almost destroyed the family. If he disappeared, he would soon be forgotten about. Lady Miriam might have faked his death in the hope that is what would happen.
I am sorry, but this seems rather far-fetched to me. The absolute isolation and the permanent fear of discovery would be worse than a prison sentence.
You're right. But people sometimes do desperate things when they have no other choice.
Ask for the church inventory
It's possible
check.
that those delinquents tried to break into the church. Perhaps the gravedigger tried to stop them, and so they killed him.
But what do the destruction of the tomb and disappearance of the body have to do with it?
It can be a provocation, or a camouflage. They tried to put us off the scent.
I cannot believe it.
We're at the very beginning of the investigation. It's my duty to examine every possibility.
If I can help with anything, I am at your service.
In that case, I would like to ask you to check the church inventory, just in case something is missing.
Yes, that is a good idea. At least I can make myself useful.
If you find something out and I'm not here anymore, send a message to the station.
You can rely on me, Detective. God bless you.
Okay. Yeah, you can see what they say by slow moving. We spent about 5 minutes talking to him for 3 things. Also, I didn't mention it, but is God really in that church when you've got a tree out front that looks like it's trying to strangle the parishioners coming in? I mean, that's a pretty dearly bad-looking tree in front of a church. Especially when it looks like it's trying to strangle whoever's coming to worship. God just allowed the devil to take board up front. Okay. And let's do it.
There's neither wax nor paraffin. It hasn't been used in
Oh.
years.
Yeah, piece of cloth, pure alcohol. Could we... Ah!
Better to be safe than sorry. I poured everything out.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. And now, can we light it, or do we need, like, the cloth? No, okay. I was gonna assume we wouldn't burn the cloth since it's evidence. But you never know.
Stealing a corpse?
Okay, so we've got these.
Now, this is better. The oldest deceased was Abraham Lewis. Died at the age of 38.
Oh, I couldn't see it there.
Odd. The tomb seems to be for male family members only.
Okay.
None of them lived to reach the age of 40.
And we don't want to see that. We've checked out that. Wait. Oh, reflective object and crack. I barely saw it. I saw the flicker. I'm gonna need the tweezers, won't I?
What could it be?
I'm gonna need the tweezers. There's no way I'm getting it with my hands.
Well, I expected a coin. This won't be of any substantial value.
Huh? Probably a fake
I'm no
gem.
expert, but it cannot be recognized by the naked eye.
Huh. A gem. Why would a gem be in a tomb? Make sure there's nothing else, because we've had small objects before like that, so... Ah, okay, good. The age-old tactic of swirling around your mouse to look for the clickables. Okay, do we need to go to Gallows Hill? Maybe? Oh,
The journalist finally gave up. But there's
I was gonna say that.
a strange feeling in my stomach.
Let's look. Does he say anything new? Find out where the
I
journalist has
see
gone.
Mr. Forrest gave up.
Well, sir, I would think so, only if I didn't know him.
What do you mean?
It wouldn't be in his character to leave so easily, sir.
What else could he do, in your opinion, if you know him so well?
I didn't worry as long as I had him in my sight, but now he might have found another way in. I can watch over the main gate, but the cemetery is too large. I would just like to remind you, sir, that I wanted to go to the station.
Oh.
Thank you for the reminder, but don't worry about that. As for the journalist, he surely realized that it's useless.
If you think so, sir. You are the detective.
There's just something about it. It's really dubious that he would give up so easily. Blasted grave digger.
Don't speak ill of the dead. Do we need to go check just in case? Like, go over to where we know where there's an entrance? Yep.
Stop! Stay away. It can't be true. How did he get here?
We already investigated that, dude!
That rascal got what he deserved. I hope he's broken something too. One doesn't have to be a great sportsman to climb up that. Sometimes even the slightest detail.
Yeah, so that's where he went. Over the wall. We investigated it before. I don't know why you were so, like, weirded out by that. And we can investigate the camera. I've actually would have suspected we could investigate the camera. But I'm assuming when we saw him move that he was... Wait, I can't go back. Oh, did he drop something? Wait, there is something. No, it's just the bench.
He was lucky it was here, otherwise he'd never have got out. Just you wait. I'll get you.
Oh, okay, we are going over. I wasn't sure, but since we couldn't leave, you know, so last time we had to click on the bench first. We're lucky that barrel is very sturdy.
He's gone. I wonder how I will explain this to my superiors.
Can we talk to him? Yeah, scold because of the journalist.
It wasn't his fault. Quite the contrary. If I had taken his advice, I wouldn't have to explain to my superiors how the photos of the crime scene got into the newspaper.
Well, I assume so. Luckily, the dialogue options are there, but it's not like they contribute bad against me. Okay. Can we go to Gallows Hill? No, we can just go to the police station. Well, let's check if there's anything new. No.
Two hours is plenty of time. I'd rather
No, we need to find more clues? I thought I found all the clues. We investigated the tomb. I mean, the only other thing is looking over the church inventory, but he's not done yet. We didn't see him, unless he disappeared somewhere else. Oh, a plague monument. Dude, it's over there!
A reminder of the plague which befell Plymouth last century.
You've got eagle eyes.
What's this? I almost overlooked
Oh.
it. An interesting catch. I'll make some notes.
What was it? Oh, a cigarette butt.
Someone threw it away the night Sir William's body disappeared.
Well, we know it wasn't the
Must
other
have been
character.
so. Otherwise, someone would already have picked it up.
Okay, and I'm assuming there's nothing more to talk about. Oh no, show the cigarette.
Sergeant, you told me you smoke sometimes.
Yes, I'm partial to the odd smoke, sir.
How much would this kind of cigarette cost?
Oh, let me see. Well, hand-rolled, that's nothing unusual. It depends on the tobacco, you know. This one, for instance, smells very good. Why are you interested in it, sir?
I found it near the column. It might have belonged to someone who knows what happened here.
Really? How would you know that, sir?
Because I doubt it would go unnoticed all day. And what would a typical resident of this district do if they were passing by chance and saw it lying there on the footpath?
He would pick it up, sir. I see. So someone must have thrown it away tonight.
Exactly. And it is more than probable that the person who threw it away knows what happened here.
In that case, sir, I have such a theory, if it helps you, sir.
Go ahead.
No one rolls a cigarette in a hurry, sir. Maybe in a pub or while one is waiting for someone. I guess it would be the latter case. It takes time to prepare the whole thing, sir. It's something like a ritual of killing time, sir.
Not only time, Sergeant. Thank you for your remark. The mysterious smoker is slowly emerging. But if I really want to find him, I'll need more than one cigarette.
Okay. Oh gosh, that dialogue tree is starting to get rather big. So what do we got new on here? Oh, so now we've got 3 suspects.
An empty coffin and murder. Every detail might be important. Every detail.
Oh,
the piece
okay.
of cloth doesn't quite. It could. He uses top quality tobacco. Most of the local rabble couldn't afford it.
Oh, okay.
I can't understand what might have. And I think I'll know more after.
Yeah, okay.
Sir William was buried just yesterday evening. Was his coffin empty after only a couple of hours? The question that comes to my mind is whether he was really in it.
I guess that's a reasonable assumption, but couldn't, well, it's a little early for forensics really to tell, but couldn't you tell by if it was rumpled up or something? I guess not. I mean, if they already rifled through it, if there were, like, loot in it. So what are we looking for? Looking around. Ah, we can investigate the camera
How
now.
many photos did he manage to take? He wasn't away for long. Anyway, he must have known he would lose it. He didn't even try to take it.
Oh, no note.
The glass plates are missing.
Yep, so
So he must have taken them. He had this all planned. The image is recorded on glass plates, from which the photographs are developed.
Oh. Oh, we can look at Mr. Talbot's dead body again. Oh, why are you doing that over there? Go to the body. Where we've got to be looking for something else, because last time we couldn't look for it. Look at it. Does not look like it. I'm like making sure. Using the age-old method. No, I don't see anything, but it's highly suspicious that we can look at it now. What? Oh, I guess it was something about not needing to look anymore. Close vicinity.
I can't see any signs of a struggle. That is strange. The ground is too hard. There are no footprints. Pity.
go around the cemetery, just in case. Oh, what's this? Shards of glass. We did hear glass breaking.
He didn't break his leg, but at least the photography session...
Oh, he broke the plates? Well, that would be the assumption. Don't know if that's correct.
The journalist tried to take as many photos as he could, but he didn't have as much time as I.
Okay, I think that's it. I think we got everything. I mean, that's all we have at the moment. So maybe the priest is done? No, priest isn't here. A vicar. Whatever. I'm used to saying priest.
Some of the pieces are missing. Pity. I could...
Some of the pieces are missing. Does that mean I need to find the other pieces? No, I don't think so. Again, why can I look at this body? There's a button missing. Where'd the button go? Actually, seriously, where did the button go? It's missing. Like, we see buttons over here, but we don't see one, the fourth one. You would assume we need to find a button then. I just don't see anything, though. But nothing's happened that made me think I need to go back, right? Huh. Can you not look at that? Look, there's a button missing, dude. And I'm pretty sure we didn't note that before. And I definitely don't see a button anywhere in the vicinity. What do we need to do? Oh, we can use the magnifying glass?
No blood, no hair, no pieces of skin, nothing. Somebody killed the dog with their bare hands and didn't break a sweat.
Yikes. Wait, no, we said it was jumped on, right? Because its spine was broken. Oh, that cleared it. Okay, why? I don't think so. There's gotta be a reason, right? Because both of these... I'm like clicking everywhere because there's gotta be a reason why this is lookable again. But nothing has popped. This is gonna drive me... Darn it, I thought I saw something. And we can't use anything. But I don't see anything. And I've checked this multiple times. I just keep rechecking because it's the only thing left. Ah, strange. So let's... No, the bench is not checkable.
One doesn't have to be a...
Ah!
No traces of blood. Pity. I was hoping the murderer had injured himself, but it doesn't look like it.
See, we've cleared everything. Okay, no. Well, we found something, but... Ancient tombs?
Some of them are 300 years old. Fascinating. Some of them are... I can't see anything suspicious. If someone wanted to damage the cemetery, they wouldn't need to go so far. The attack was aimed at a specific tomb, no doubt about that.
Ah. Oh, boy. It's like looking around for the specific details. No.
Once it'll be necessary to search the sewers, Sergeant Carter will finally be useful. Once it'll be necessary...
Can we ask him? No. Because the chain isn't there anymore. I just noticed that myself. Just climb up. Which I don't think, because last time it was just, oh, wall. But since we've had to do stuff already, I want to make extra sure. Nope. No. I'm confused. I checked everything. And I assume there's nothing new, because if I keep going back to the office... And we can't go anywhere else. There's no Gallows Hill, even though we asked about it. What is it with Talbot's body, then? Whatever it is, it's got to be something small. Again, that button is missing, which is really getting me. Why would I need to do... Because it doesn't click on anything. There's no... Usually I've been able to solve these, but for some reason, this isn't going well. Can we really not note that there's... Or do we need to look at the journal now?
I got used to having them all together. He uses top quality. The piece of cloth, quite the contrary. He defended his master, and just before he was killed, he bit the murderer. It could prove to be important information later. This is not a suitable hiding place for a thief. It's right in front of the main gate and quite well lit. Whoever was waiting at the monument failed to smoke his cigarette, but he didn't fear being found. An empty coffin and murdered gravedigger with his throat torn out. There must be some logical explanation. I can't understand what might have... And I think he was drunk. I'll know more after the... I doubt he'll return for it. But I do wonder how many pictures he managed to take with him. Every detail... Sir William was buried, just the question that comes...
I've investigated everything.
Some of the pieces are missing. Someone threw it away, then it must have been so. I'm no expert. Sergeant Carter, I'll have enough time.
I'm just, like, searching again because there's just... I'm wondering... What am I missing? See, we can click it, but none of our evidence does anything on it. Ooh, what am I supposed to do? I may have to look this up. Because I've exhausted everything. I've used everything on this body. Oh, good lord. I didn't know I could combine.
No scratches, a perfect cut, and a very specific refraction of light. It takes my breath away. This must be a real diamond.
Ah, and we can look at the cigarette closer.
A hand-rolled cigarette. I don't really know much about it, but I don't think this is usual cigarette paper. I wonder what an experienced smoker would think of it.
Okay. Well, we solved that. The only thing left is Mr. Talbot's dead body, but... Can we talk to the sergeant again now? Ask about the strange...
You are no stranger to the smoker's habits.
Well, I picked up a bit over the years, sir.
But are you also familiar with cigarette papers?
The cigarette won't let you rest, will it, sir?
I examined it under the magnifier, and it seems to me that the paper it is wrapped in is somewhat strange. But I might be wrong. That is why I'm asking you.
Can I see it, sir?
Certainly.
May I smoke it, sir?
It is unusual, you're right, sir. One has to pay for high quality goods. But some people are content with anything what comes into their hands. Newspapers are popular, for instance. They say it tastes better, sir, but I prefer the usual soft paper. Sorry, I can't tell what this cigarette is made of, sir.
But obviously it's not newspaper.
Indeed, sir. Unroll it, sir. Maybe you'll find out more then.
Thank you for the advice, but that would destroy it. Maybe later.
As you think, sir.
Okay, so finally. Oh.
I think it's high time to return to the police station now.
Ah!
The Chief Inspector will most likely be back, and he might be interested in what's going on.
Finally! I didn't know I could combine. There's been nothing to this point that said I should have assumed. But when I checked the diamond, or, when I checked it, the stone, it wasn't saying anything that it needed to be examined closer. I mean, he said it wasn't he wasn't a trained eye, so I didn't know that meant use the magnifier. I'm gonna leave the rest to the police station to the next part. You shall hear from me in the next part.